Hey girls, it's Monday. Stella, you are awesome for making one-take videos that are actually good. If I made a one-take video, it would be horrible and would be like 15 minutes long because that's usually how long my videos are before I edit them. So I have this friend. Her name is Sarah. She watches our videos sometimes. So Sarah, if you're watching this, hi. Anyway, we like a lot of the same things. Like we have a ton of the same favorite things, but within those favorite things, we have very different favorites, if that makes sense, which it probably doesn't. But here are some examples. We both love Harry Potter. My favorite book, as you may know, is Deathly Hallows. She hates Deathly Hallows. It's her least favorite book in the series. She thinks it's just a book of kids camping the whole time. Another example is we both love Paramore. But one of her favorite songs is like the worst song in my opinion. Okay, the second worst, but still. She likes to call us the same opposites, which, you know, it doesn't make sense, but if you know us and you know that we like the same things but not at the same time, it kind of makes sense. Anyway, the point in me saying that is, Stella, I feel like we have the same kind of relationship. We like a lot of the same things, but then we disagree about those things. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does. Speaking of that, the epilogue. I understand where you're coming from, Stella, with not liking the epilogue and thinking that it's kind of cheesy and just like too happy, I guess. But I actually think that's kind of what I like about it, is that it's just kind of showing them in their daily life 19 years later. It's not really anything super significant. It's just like day-to-day stuff starting school. To me, that shows that yeah, they went through some really, really hard stuff that most people can't even imagine going through. But in the end, they went on with their lives. Things went back to normal. For me, in a cheesy way, that gives me hope. Hope for when I'm in a hard period of my life that I'll get through it and eventually go back to some form of normalcy. So that's what I like about the epilogue. I love the Muppets too. Also animal, as you may or may not be able to tell from this shirt that I got from Walmart for $7. I also was a big fan of the Olsen twins, as Stella said, and I watched the show Two of a Kind with them in it, which was after Full House, and it was on TGIF, and I don't know if you guys remember TGIF, but it was like my favorite thing of the week, where they just showed all the awesome shows on Friday nights, including Boy Meets World, which was my favorite. And Heather, you're not old. I just wasn't sure if Stella was too young, which she wasn't. It's totally okay that you got sidetracked by Paper Towns because it's awesome. And I had the same idea, like reading it made me want to pick up and leave. Right after I read that, I read An Abundance of Catherines, which is also about a road trip. So the whole summer when I read that, I wanted to go on a road trip. And unfortunately that didn't happen. And Heather, your cell phone is pretty awesome. I don't even have a cell phone, so I'm kind of jealous. Sorry this is kind of short, but Stella, I'll see you on Wednesday.